Sup, it's Sor. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to introduce a new series I'm going to call Tinfoil Time, where we put on our tinfoil hats and start dreaming up conspiracy theories and different, fun ideas and things to think about when it comes to Genshin lore and what's going on. Today's video is going to be about Kusanali and Sumeru and her lack of action in Sumeru and why this is actually important for the survival of Sumeru itself. So, if you're interested, stick around. Please give this video a like, subscribe to support me and all that fun stuff. And this is Kusanali and the True Price of Wisdom. Now, disclaimer, this is just a theory video, so don't take it too seriously. Of course, this isn't, canon, and it won't be until MiHoYo says so. I mean, Hoyoverse. But, yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about some things. I'm, doing all of this purely based on my own knowledge and know-how of the game. Now, I do know a lot about the lore. I have been, following it, watching a lot of videos and whatnot, so I will say I'm somewhat qualified to speak, but take what I say with a grain of salt. But anyways, Kusanali is the god of dreams, despite being the god of a dreamless nation. This is due to the Akasha system left behind by the previous Dendro Archon that prevents its users from dreaming. Now we know that dreams and memories are directly related to the leyline system, which is also directly connected to Kusanali's consciousness, and that Kusanali is the god of wisdom, at least the current one. All of this information is relevant to my theory that Kusanali's lack of action in her nation, whether by her own choice or not, is actually for the better. You see, imagine a land full of scholars who would do anything for rare knowledge, getting curious about the ley lines, the false sky, and the world tree. Imagine the citizens of the land of wisdom getting creative with their studies and experiments. It's giving Cataclysm Part 2 vibes. This is the importance of the Akasha system and the legacy left behind by the previous Dendro Archon. This is the reason why Kusanali's influence would surely lead Sumeru to destruction, as her interpretation of wisdom most likely differs from the previous Dendro Archons. This isn't anything we've never seen before, considering that Raiden A and Makoto, both had, eternity as their overall, ideal, but A believed in eternity and stasis, while Makoto believed in eternity and change. So going along with this sort of split interpretation amongst, similar archons, Rukkhadevata may have interpreted wisdom as shared knowledge and studies, and Kusanali may see wisdom in the form of curiosity, creativity, and innovation. So Kusanali's influence would not only tear up the foundation Sumeru has stood on for centuries, but it would be a massive culture shock to everyone in Sumeru. She'd probably do away with the Akasha system, which would disconnect people from their hub of information and grant them the ability to dream again. If that's even possible, we simply won't know until we get to Sumeru. And with a new creative and innovative approach to wisdom, it would recontextualize knowledge in the way that it's holistically managed as a resource, and motivate scholars who are willing to lean into Kusanali's way of things, if anyone is at all, considering the sages at the top of Sumeru's food chain seem to oppose Kusanali's very existence, but I digress, into searching for the unknown, delving into the world's greatest mysteries, and essentially begging the people to discover something that they shouldn't, so Celestia can spear their nation too. Dainsleif says that in this city of scholars there's a push for folly, and yet the god of wisdom makes no argument against it. I think the true meaning of this is that when we get to Sumeru, our goal is probably going to be to get to Kusanali, when we shouldn't. You see, the traveler's overarching goal is to find their sibling with the help of the Archons' knowledge. This is the entire point of our journey. This is the end goal, To the traveler, this whole Celestia, this, Archons, that, Cataclysm, this, it matters, but only because we're trying to find our sibling and get the fuck out of Teyvat. You know what I mean? All the extraness is sort of, like it's giving side quests. Like, we kind of have to go do things that we don't really care about, but we kind of need to for the sake of reaching the end goal. So without a shadow of a doubt, we need to get to Kusanali, but she's absent in Sumeru's state of affairs, and the sages don't want her, they want their old Archon back. This leads me to believe that Kusanali is either hiding, which is the answer I feel most privy about, or she's locked away somewhere, which still works with my prior claim, but I don't know how I feel about a bunch of people having the ability to lock away an entire Archon. It just kind of feels like a disruption of power scaling, at least Genshin's power scaling. But anyways, the God of Wisdom would surely be able to piece together what I just have, but tenfold and much quicker. So Kusanali is, without a shadow of a doubt, aware of the impact she could have on the nation of Sumeru. And this is why she stays out of Sumerian affairs, and why she is most likely hiding, but the Traveler wouldn't know this. I'm willing to bet that as the Traveler throughout the Sumeru Archon Quest, our main goal is going to be to rip Kusanali out from whatever rock she's hiding under, because we need to ask her, hey, have you seen my sister? Which, when you think about it, the lengths the Traveler is willing to go to just to ask someone, have you seen my sister, is quite incredible. But, anything for family. I digress. We're gonna try to find her and pull her out from hiding, when really, that is the very last thing we should be doing. And I believe this is the real push for folly. While there may be folly going on in the land, I believe that the true push for folly will be the push to release Kusanali from wherever she's hiding, and try to convince her to take reins over the nation of Sumeru. From what we know about Calais and the Archon residue experiments and the Torre and all that, this whole, knowledge is power thing is really taken to another degree in Sumeru, to the point that there are people with complete disregard for humanity and people's well-being for the sake of knowledge. And I believe that this is going to be the sort of truth the Traveler is probably gonna wanna, shed some light on for Kusanali, without realizing that this is kind of the best bet. So, TLDR, Kusanali's take on wisdom might divide the country, encourage people to investigate Teyvat's secrets, and even target divine knowledge, which has led to the destruction of several civilizations in the past, of course, which is a worst case scenario. So Kusanali leaves the knowledge-hungry scholars with the previous digital Archon's influence, since while harmful to Sumeru, is the better option overall. But that completes my theory. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made you think a little bit. If you have, a different opinion, if you believe something else, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to get different takes on this type of stuff, because I love theories. I love conspiracy theories and whatnot. So this is right up my alley. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below anything that you would like. Comment section is yours. As always, follow me on all my social media. Link tree will probably be in the description down below. And I will see you all in the next video.